Hello, and thank you for joining me on the Weibo Band Network. My name is Mrs. Baker, and I'm joining you live from my living room to bring you the latest and greatest band news. Before we get started with Music Madness for today, we're going to do a few announcements, and there's some other things I'd like to talk about. First, I want to let you all know how much I've enjoyed listening to your song choices from the repertoire project we did on Wednesday. You guys have great taste. I'll be putting together a list of songs to order for next year soon. One thing that I've noticed is that many of you have picked songs that are more difficult than you've ever played before, and for that reason, I want to encourage you to practice. We can do these pieces. You can play this music. Spend some time with your instrument this summer. That's how you get there. Next week, each grade level is scheduled a day to come to the school between 4 and 6:30 to drop off school-owned items and to pick up personal items from your locker. I've got the schedule pictured here. During that drop-off and pickup time, I need all school-owned pep band uniforms brought back to the school. I need school-owned instruments brought back as well. If you have a school-owned instrument and would like to keep it for the summer for extra practice, please send me a Canvas message. The summer is when I look over all the school-owned instruments to see what needs repaired and what needs to be purchased. So please, if you have a school-owned instrument or uniform at your house, please bring it to school on your scheduled day. Monday's assignment has you cleaning your instrument and uniform, so just a heads up. The only band lockers I will be cleaning out are the senior band lockers. Underclassmen, if you have stuff left in your lockers that you need to get a hold of, please make sure you send me a message. Graduation is now tentatively scheduled for July 16th or 17th. As soon as I have details about this event and advice on protocol for a rehearsal, I will be sending out a mass email using Harmony. So please make sure you keep an eye on your email once summer starts. Now, on to Music Madness. We've made it to the final bracket, folks. After 4 days of head-to-head competition involving 8 of the band world's favorite works, we finally are down to 2. Let's find out who will be battling it for the top spot for this year's Music Madness. Friday's matchup was between 2 heavy-hitting tunes, Frank Ticheli's Blue Shades versus Alfred Reed's The Hounds of Spring. Without further ado, the winner of this bracket is Frank Ticheli's Blue Shades. Because this is a new show, we've got to dig into some of the details of these votes. It was a close matchup for this one. 30 votes for Hounds of Spring versus 34 votes for Blue Shades. What I find even more interesting is the breakdown of who voted for each song. In the first round, we first started with Music Madness. The high school chose the Hounds of Spring to move on, while the junior high chose Blue Shades to move on. When those 2 songs went head-to-head, the majority of the senior high voted for Blue Shades, while the majority of the junior high voted for the Hounds of Spring. Was the newness of a different competitor a factor in the decision-making process? Or is it an interesting coincidence? Who knows? I do know for sure that each of these works are amazing for different reasons. Congratulations, Blue Shades, on moving on to the final round. Now to Monday's matchup between Eric Whitacre's October and Charles Young's Tempered Steel. These 2 works are completely different. Who wins in a battle between driving rhythms and flowing melodies? Well, we're about to find out. Drum roll, please. The winner is Tempered Steel. The votes for this competition came in at 31 to 38, which is pretty close. Based on the reflections I read, it mostly came down to the listener's preference for calm music versus energetic music. Congratulations, Charles Young. Tempered Steel will be moving on to face off against Blue Shades. There you have it, folks. We've made it to the final round of Music Madness. Who will be crowned champion? Will the jazzy tune, Blue Shades, with its swung rhythms and blue notes, come out on top? Or will the highly percussive and rhythmic Tempered Steel prevail? Time for you to decide. Enter your answers in on Canvas and be sure to tell me why you made your choice in your reflection. As the school year draws to a close, I just want to let you all know one more time that I love you all and miss you. I hope that it is in this crazy time we're experiencing right now that you've learned something and found some enjoyment out of band e-learning. Stay healthy, you guys. Find some time to listen to some new music this summer. Play your instrument. And remember that I'm only a message away if you need me. Have a good weekend. This is Mrs. Baker signing off.